Welcome back to the HBO Free Movie Jubilee, starring Norm Crosby, with special guest host Karen Morris Gowdy and Squire Friedel in the Jubilee Center.
Good morning. In case you were diverted or otherwise preoccupied during our last feature, that was Airplane, the hilarious film which parodied the airport series. Peter Graves has come a long way since he played second banana to a TV horse in Fury and self-destructed.
I'll say he has. Well, surely you know that...
But don't call me Shirley.
Okay. But did you know that Peter Graves is James Arness's brother? You know, the star of Gunsmoke.
Well, now that you mention it, I do see a familial disparity.
For all of you movie fans, we are in the middle of HBO's Free Movie Jubilee weekend. And in case you non-subscribers are wondering why you are receiving us in your homes, HBO systems are open during this Jubilee period to allow you the chance to see why it's the #1 pay TV network.
Not only can you see first-rate feature films as you would in your local theater, but sporting events from the best seat in the house. HBO also presents exclusive Vegas-type shows and comedy acts as they are performed, uninterrupted, unedited, and uncensored. Of course, adult programs will be aired at appropriate viewing hours. But you can plan your viewing time with the help of the monthly HBO program guide, which is free and doesn't cost a thing. The guide contains ratings of the movies and the reasons that they are rated G, PG, and R, as well as brief descriptions of all programs.
Also, all HBO presentations are of the highest technical quality. And here is how HBO brings you that quality in its wide variety of programming.
All programs on home box office, except live telecasts, are aired on videotape. 35mm prints of motion pictures acquired by HBO are transferred to videotape by the most sophisticated equipment available. This process permits color to be enhanced and corrected and allows for horizontal tracking of CinemaScope and widescreen prints so that none of the film's action is cut off by the TV screen. Tape is much more durable than film, particularly over repeated transmissions. It's less likely to break or scratch, and since most films can fit on 1 or 2 videotape reels, there are no real changes to deal with. Films on videotape are also easier to store. This is what a complete 35mm print of American Gigolo looks like. Here's what it looks like on videotape. HBO specials, sports events, and other programs are usually recorded on videotape, so no transference is necessary. These programs are custom edited right here at HBO Studios. So whether you're watching a movie, a special, or a sports show on HBO, it's originating on videotape.
HBO has also instituted 24 hours of successive programming on weekends. So call our toll-free 800 number and subscribe now. But write the number down because it will not be shown during our movie specials or sporting events. The number is 1-800-331-1700. Our operators at our Jubilee Phone Center will be on duty continuously throughout the weekend with Squire Friedel monitoring the phones. Squire?
Here at the HBO Jubilee Phone Center, we've been getting calls from all over the country. Now, we've already added many of you to the more than 7 million homes already subscribing to HBO. But we know that there's a lot more of you out there watching this free weekend and don't yet have HBO at home. We want to hear from you. Right now, get up and make that call. That's 1-800-331-1700. You can see the number in the bottom of your screen. Oh, in Oklahoma, incidentally, the number is 1-800-722-3600. But no matter where you live, if you're watching me now at your home, you can get HBO. Our phones are open and we're ready for you. Those of you that are watching may have noticed that our operators are sitting at computer terminals. Now, they're going to ask you for your postal zip code, and from that, we can identify the cable company which serves your area. Then we'll tell your cable company to send someone out to your house and hook up your TV with HBO. So call us now at 1-800-331-1700. Get the one service that has it all. Movies, sports, and specials every night of the week and all around the clock every weekend. If you have cable but don't subscribe to HBO, you have a chance this weekend to see what you've been missing. But more than that, you have a chance to save money, because most of our cable systems are offering substantial discounts on their installation charges. But you can only get the discount if you call this weekend. Folks, calls have been coming in pretty rapidly here at the HBO Jubilee Phone Center, but lines are still available to receive even more calls. Now, we're going to be here all night long answering your calls, so write the number down. It's 1-800-331-1700. Call this weekend, and most of our cable systems will give you substantial discounts on your HBO installation cost. We received a lot of telephone calls today, and we thank those of you who took the time to call. We know you'll enjoy having movies, sports, and specials in your home each month for less than it costs to take your family out just once. Now, those of you that haven't called yet, there's still time to do so. Our operators are going to be here throughout the night and into the wee hours of the morning just to answer your calls. So call now and tell our operators that you want HBO, America's best entertainment value. You won't be sorry. This is Squire Friedel standing by at the HBO Jubilee Phone Center at 1-800-331-1700. Now back to the studio.
Remember, for all of you reclining comfortably in your homes, watching me between your toes, HBO not only presents movies, specials, and sports, but they've added a new dimension to the television documentary. To get the best specials on cable television, most of which are totally exclusive to HBO, just call
1-800-331-1700.
Right. Coming up this weekend, HBO will be presenting 2 movies written by Neil Simon, Chapter 2 and Seems Like Old Times.
You can also see Urban Cowboy and Little Darlings, starring Tatum O'Neal and Christy McNichol.
And HBO will be premiering Private Benjamin, starring the delectable Goldie Hawn as the indefatigable heroine who finds deliverance in the United States Army.
Our next feature, one of my favorites, is Electric Horseman, starring Jane Fonda and Robert Redford.
Didn't they work together as a team before?
Yes, in Barefoot in the Park. Redford also did Barefoot on Broadway.
Ah, Barefoot on Broadway. Wasn't that a Busby Berkeley movie about tap dancers in the Great Depression?
No, I don't think so, Norm, no.
Sure it was. It featured shoeless Joe Jackson in a dazzling display of terpsichore.
I think we better show Electric Horseman now.
Surely.
This is HBO. The following feature has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America.